and clothes people wore, because that's the images that's on some of these stone pillars. But to me, that supports your thesis as much as it does the thesis of a church.
Right.
Because if it's maybe the clothes sellers were all by the clothes pillars. I don't know how it's arranged. And so maybe we just haven't found the place where they kept the animals and, where the few people that lived there, So, yeah, it could have been like the world's first, quote unquote, used car lot.
Sure. Or, marketplace.
Swap and shop.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Boy, we are rednecking it down, aren't we? Going from a church to a swap.
Okay. It wouldn't surprise me with the people we knew back then. Okay.
So, mostly what the place is given at this point is more questions than answers. Who used it? We don't know.
People. Aliens?
No, people, but we don't know.
It could have been aliens.
We know it was a pre-pottery Neolithic culture. So if they're pre-pottery, how are they doing these beautiful images that they have in the pillars? I mean, you guys have looked at these, yeah?
Yeah. Aliens.
It's amazing artwork. So who did all that art? Why did they do all that art? We don't know what it was used for.
There was no TV. I mean, they had some spare time.
There was no TV that we know of. True. Yeah, you're right. Again, it's a place that right now it's more full of questions than answers. We don't know. What we've managed to learn are animals that were around then, because that's what they did. But even then, it's full of contradictions. Like, they found this small cave with this tiny bas relief of like a cat of some kind. They're not sure what kind. But it's the only relief in the whole cave. It's not a big cave. Why was it there? It certainly wouldn't have had a lot of light. We're not sure. We don't have an answer for that.
So many questions, so few answers.
Exactly.
Which is why we're talking about it.
So
Krysta, what do we think? I think it's aliens. I'm always the one who has to be common sense. If it's alien, it's the first alien mall.
Wait, why are you the one that's common sense?
Because usually I am, but today I feel like it's mall aliens.
Mall aliens, okay.
Okay, I'm probably dumbing that down way more than I need to, but I feel like this is it's one of those things that it needs to be above explanation, and mall aliens is a great above explanation for me. That's where I'm leaving it. Mall aliens.
For me, I'd have to look back into the past, look at the history, because we us as humans, we're not sure of everything that every country or place has ever done. So it could be something from the royalty. What I'm thinking is it's something from the royalty. So it could or could not be from royalty, or it could just be like a shop or something. We're not sure.
Well, if it's created by royalty, it's the first royalty we know of.
That's right. We don't know everything because we weren't there back then.
This is like I said, the earliest architectural thing we have found for humanity. This is the first thing we know of that humans built. Why they built it, we don't know. Why'd they cover it a few thousand years later? We don't know. We know it was in use for around 2,500 years.
All we know is that it was in use for a very long time. They learned people pass things on from other people, and I'm not for people who are for are with religions and stuff. I'm not saying that it couldn't be something from, like, a long time ago with the whole feast thing. I'm not saying it couldn't be that. But I'm just saying it could have been, like, something for royalty or something closer to that. Because if think about it, if it really was, used for so long, it could have been something that God created. Because, well, I'm not big into religion. It definitely could be something used for that.
I see your point.
Religion or royalty, that's what I'm gonna stick with.
I see your point. For me, the thing is that this place was active for, they think, around 2,500 years. And then after they buried it, they dug it up in two places to take the exact same stone and destroy it. So it makes me wonder if they had some level of learning then that got lost. And so to the people that lived in the area, this place became a legend. And because they didn't understand it, it became a legend of evil. Like, what if this was happened during what was essentially the first Dark Age? And this was their way of cleansing some sort of local problem. Is like, oh, the people that built this place that we talk about, this legendary place that used to be here, they caused this. And we have to destroy something from them. But then how they know where these stones were? I just... Again, any answer you get is full of questions.
Sure.
So,
right.
At this
But
point...
that's part of what keeps people interested.
Yes.
And it keeps people like us talking about it.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying it definitely could be because scientists don't ever know everything either. While they are very good at research and they go through all that college and stuff to get to the places they're at, it definitely could be something we have never heard of.
And it very well could be. You could be absolutely right on that point. So, I guess for me, it's a place of wonder, because that's all you've got at this point. You have very few answers. The answers we have, the solid answers, are we know what animals were around roughly at that time, because people had seen them recently enough to do carvings of them.
Right.
So we know that's a thing.
Right.
As for anything else, we just don't know. We're trying to... It's like you said, and that's a perfect example. It's like you're looking at someone's nose, you can't see anything else, and from their nose you're just trying to determine...
everything about them, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So, we've got to wait and uncover a few more things, I think, before we get to any real answers. But I find the place fascinating, and I will leave it at that. I find the place fascinating just because it blows away my knowledge of it. I wouldn't have said that people from almost 10,000 years ago could have built something like this, and the fact that they did is amazing to me, and it speaks volumes about human potential. And that's, I think, where I want to end it, is that I like thinking about humans and their potential. We rarely live up to it, but we have amazing potential, and that is the saving grace of us.
I agree.
So, thanks for listening. New listeners, old listeners alike, thanks for listeners. We couldn't do this without you.
Absolutely.
We absolutely could not.
Also, very important, our friend at Ignorance Was Bliss, Kate, please get well soon.
I think she's doing a little better.
I think so too, but there was an old, people call them memes now, but back in our day they were posters. And there's
True enough.
And there's this old poster that they would put up in offices, like, I used to take one day at a time, but here lately several days have gotten together and attacked me at once.
Yeah.
And Kate went through some of that this past week.
Yeah, I think so.
So, and so just, you get well soon, Kate. We love you.
Get well, please.
Also, our sister Julene at It Goes Down in the PM. Hi. Wanted to mention you by name. Was
she getting her feels hurt because she didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Julene, we love you.
And of course, Caleb, we love you. I hope you get this ghost hunt job. We have this pocket family that we got on Twitter.
Yeah, it's very pocket family.
Yeah. So, also want to say thanks to Bill Barrett, who does our theme music. If you need theme music for a project, Bill is your go-to guy. Bill Barrett, BEHRENDT, at sbcglobal.net. Also, thanks to Paige Elmore from Reverie True Crime for doing our artwork.
Paige.
Thank you, Paige.
Thanks to Aaron Gnurk and the Big Dumb Fun Show for promoting us locally. Thanks, Aaron. Follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, and, of course, Twitter.
Facebook.
Well, that was going to be the next thing. Join our Facebook group.
I'm just trying to help.
And join us next week as we discuss Men in Black with author Gerald Rice.
We get to talk to an author?
Yeah, and not Dan B. Fierce.
Well, that's awesome.
And in 2 weeks...
We love you, Dan B. Thank you.
We do love Dan.
We do. And in 2 weeks, we get to talk South Carolina cryptids with our friends at Drunk.
Drunk Theory?
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Theory?
Except they haven't called me for my mom's night out, Drunk Theory. I'm just saying. Anyway, we should let our listeners go.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep.
Bye. Bye.